Everybody, Anarchy here with another video. Today's topic is going to be a strat breakdown between Team NiP and Team Envious. We're going to be showing NiP's T-side round where they take a lot of mid control and then they do an A split. So, let's get right into it. They're going to have two players watching A main. One player is going to be playing anti-flash. The other is going to be facing up. This allows them to kill anyone who pushes A main. They're also going to take a lot of mid control by having three players go there. Two from top mid, one from underpass. Step 1 of their mid control is they're going to be taking close mid control, which is anything in underpass and anything down here in lower mid. The way they do this is one of the A players, before he goes A, is going to throw a smoke into close catwalk, the standard one that everyone throws. Just aim right there. With that, they're going to throw a flash, and they're going to just push here into close mid, making sure it's clear. At the same time, they throw a Molotov on the catwalk to make sure that no one pushes through. As we see, it bounces off the thing. Then, step 2 begins. They're going to smoke off a window to eliminate the angle. They're going to smoke off catwalk to eliminate that angle. And they're going to smoke off connector, but they're going to smoke it off right here. This allows them to completely clear out connector and then push through the smoke for a bit of surprise. And also, the smoke's going to be a little bit forward, so when they flash and push through the smoke, one player is going to go to the left here onto stairs and clear stairs out. He has a little bit of cover because of that smoke. So it's pretty useful. But anyways, they smoke off window by doing this. Hug the wall behind me. Run and throw as you're about to hit. Throw a smoke on catwalk here. And lastly, smoke connector. By being an underpass, you're going to run and throw this one. You aim just in the middle of this wall at the top where the wood is. You run and throw. As you're about to hit this, you release. With that also, they're going to be flashing connector. The flash connector comes before the player throws the smoke. He doesn't peek connector at all until the flash goes. The underpass player, I mean. You're going to throw the flash by getting here, aiming in between these two black dots at the pipe. When that flash happens, this player is going to be peeking. And then at the same time, all the players are going to be throwing their smokes. It's important to throw them all at the same time so you know exactly what the timing window is. Then once the smokes are thrown, you work your way up slowly into connector. Two of the players are, and one player is going to be lurking on the catwalk. Then, from there it gets pretty simple. You just flash through the smoke here on connector, and you push in. Pretty straightforward. The most important points of making sure this strategy works for you is making sure that your teamwork is on point at mid. Make sure that your flashes are solid and timed well. Don't peek connector until the flash goes out. Don't push into lower mid here until the flash pops, right? And make sure your flash can blind someone in lower mid. However you throw it doesn't matter. The only important things are to know how to throw the smokes. Everything else is pretty simple. Alright, now let's get into a breakdown of the round in more detail by showing each player's perspective. Freiberg's job in this round is to entry into mid and then through connector for the A split. He throws a Molotov into connector early. His teammates flash him in. He then smokes off window. After that, he's going to flash connector. This flash right here flashes connector for exist. He then's just going to work his way up nice and slow towards mid, and he's going to be pushing in first through connector. We're going to see once he gets close and clears it out, he's going to flash through the smoke, and the A execute begins. It's pretty sloppy, but ends up working out just fine. So the round begins with Pyth here throwing the flash. Him and Freiberg are going to go in towards mid. Pyth is going to throw this Molotov, and it bounces onto catwalk. He then waits his turn. Freiberg will smoke window. Pyth will smoke catwalk, as you see here. He then moves up catwalk, and his job is basically just to lurk catwalk. The team will start executing pretty soon. His job is actually pretty boring here, nothing really happens. Exist's job in this round is to make sure underpass is clear. He does that by using a flash and shooting to cover the noise. He clears that underpass, waits for his teammate's flash. Freiberg does a flash connector, you just saw it. He then peeks, smokes off connector, and his job is basically being the second man in on connector. The end goal is just to do an A split once they've taken mid control. And as we're going to see, he's going to wait for Freiberg to go in first, and then he's going to follow up. Unfortunately, he gets flashed. He gets an amazing pick there on Happy, by the way, in window. He gets flashed here, unfortunately. Freiberg didn't really communicate he was flashing through, so Exist could have been in much sooner, but because of the flash, he wasn't. Forrest's job in this round is to hold a ramp with Get Right. he is not playing anti-flash, but if we'll notice, Get Right, I'll just switch to his perspective real quick. He is playing anti-flash right here. So the setup is great as far as holding goes. I'm going to skip a little bit until the round actually starts going down. He's going to be pushing into A ramp with his teammate Get Right, and he's going to be going towards Tetris. That's very important because having a player Tetris is extremely useful for fighting CT. You can play the angle, play the cover pretty well. His teammates end up getting most of the frags, but the round works out pretty well. Get Right's job is to smoke off close catwalk at mid. He's going to do that here on the trash can, just like so. And then we'll speed up real quick. He's just going to be holding A ramp with Forrest. He's playing anti-flash while Forrest is playing out in the open. Right about here, the push is going to begin. We're going to see Get Right is playing on floor. He's pushing through A main standard. He's not going on Tetris because his teammate is. Now, he does have his Molotov out for an extended amount of time. It's kind of sloppy. If there was one thing that could be improved about this round, that would be it. Make sure Get Right has his gun out the whole time. If he's going to throw the Molotov, he should be throwing it sooner. But otherwise, pretty solid. Thank you all for watching. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if you liked the video, please leave a like. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.